time to install the electrical. Hi, I'm Joy Watts with Watts Home Construction, and today in this cold weather we're having, I'm going to be talking to Mason Goostree, who is owner of Country Lane Electric, and they are the electrical contractor that we use. So let's see some of the work they've done. I'm here with Mason Goostree, and we are going to talk about the electrical that they are doing in the house. So Mason, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Sure. So right now, you're installing the recessed cans. So is there anything particular the general public should know about that? I mean, how do you determine the distance and where you put them in the house?
Well, this particular can here is installed in a coffered ceiling. So we're trying our best to get it as centered as we can, depending on the truss layout. This one in particular, we can get dead center. So for aesthetic looks, gives the lighting the best coverage, I guess.
In the room?
Correct.
And then, so right now it's just a matter of spacing it out, and then you just have to, obviously it's adjustable. Correct. And then you just have to screw in to get it secure so it stays in place.
Tighten down the legs, at least until the point of the drywaller cutting the hole. And after that, it's pretty well locked in place.
Okay. And obviously with the wire, then you just have to tack that along the trusses or along the studs, just so that way they're not hanging.
Yeah, you want to keep that. We've got code to keep it up 1.25 inches from the bottom, so that any drywall screw or nail won't come in and potentially damage the wire.
Okay, that makes sense. And then obviously right now you're connecting one wire to the next can. Is there anything special about that?
As far as connecting the cans, it's just depending on your preference as far as how many cans or which cans you want to come on the same switch together.
Okay. And then is there anything special about the cans themselves or a particular brand that you like to use?
We use Juno. We like the mounting capabilities of them. They've got some pretty sturdy legs to mount them to. They've actually come out with some newer designs now that are a little quicker and easier to install. And they have a LED integrated trim that mounts in them nice and clean, gives you a nice clean look.
Oh, okay. Any particular type of bulb that you have to put in there?
So the can being integrated has all the LED chips built into it, and they've now come out with the color changing option. So one trim can get you whatever color you want, as far as that soft white or whether you want that bright white look.
Nice. Okay. And then here we are also, this is in the area above the garage. We're looking at the more recessed cans that were installed. And you can see the wall-mounted TV jack. Is there anything specific about that?
So we've talked with some local audio guys in the area, and really they just suggested putting it at we put 6 foot to the top of the box, puts it at the average height for mounting a TV on the wall. Obviously, the size of TV, you got a lot of room to play for covering up that box if need be.
Okay. And then here we're looking at just a wall-mounted light fixture that's going up at the vanity, correct? And then now we're going into a wall sconce on the stairs?
Correct.
Okay.
These are just little basic bar hanger boxes, give you that flexibility to be able to mount a light fixture in between stud bays without having to add a bunch of lumber.
Okay. And then now we're looking at the bathroom exhaust fans. So from my understanding, you actually mount the fan box, and then you have the heating contractor run the piping to vent it outside. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, we provide the fan and wire it up and let the heating guys take care of the venting process.
Okay. And obviously that has to be vented to the exterior. You can't vent it in the attic. That's a code. And then this is a typical fan you use, exhaust fan?
Yep. We like the Delta Breeze brand. They're very efficient and quiet.
Okay.
We like to keep those zones down as far as we can.
Okay. And then now we're here in the living room, looking at the TV box that will go above the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
So you mounted the box, and now you have this orange tubing. You want to describe that?
Yeah, so that orange tubing leads down here to the left side of the fireplace. The customer's going to have a component cabinet down there, so it allows all of your HDMI cables or whatever you might want ran to your TV to be ran hidden behind the walls and you don't see any cords. Gives you the flexibility of, down the line if equipment upgrades and you need a new cord or a cord gets damaged, you can pull it out and replace it easily.
Okay, and run it up through that conduit.
Correct.
So now we are here in one of the upstairs bedrooms, and they're doing another wall-mounted TV box. And you can see how you have the outlets and the switches. What is code when it comes to outlets in a room?
So the code is an outlet has to be within 6 feet of a door opening, and then we can't have any more linear wall footage exceeding 12 feet between the boxes. And obviously you can be less, but you can't be more, and that's because your floor lamps and whatever you plug into come with a 6-foot cord, so it allows you to put it wherever you need it to be and still plug it in.
So basically, if you have a 6-foot cord, you can plug it in each direction if you're in the middle of that 12 feet.
Correct.
Okay. So now we are in the primary bedroom, and you can see additional outlets. And is there anything special about the white cords that you use?
So the white wire is just a symbol for a 14 gauge, which is rated for 15 amps for general purpose lighting and outlets. You get the range from 14.2 or 14.3 depending on what task or objective you're trying to accomplish. But as far as just general lighting goes, the load isn't there to justify anything more.
Okay. And now we're just looking at a switch box, and I know we talked before that the boxes, there's no rhyme or reason to the different colors. It's just the manufacturer and what they have to be producing at that time, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And S stands for switch?
Yep.
Okay.
An S just by itself is a single pole switch. On the bottom of the stud there, you can see the S3 stood for three-way switch, and if it's an S4, meaning four-way switch, just helps the guys when they're pulling the wire to know what wire to pull where.
And the FP stands for fireplace, and what's SS stand for?
Those are the two switches for the fireplace. One controls the blower, the other one controls the igniter.
Okay, all right. And on this particular one, it looks like you have S3, and then you have a 4-inch.
That's for the 4-inch soffit cans outside.
Oh, okay. So all that just basically states what it's for, so that way when they're pulling cord, they know what to run.
Yep, they're just generic notes, more or less, for the guys to be able to know where the switch leg needs to go, and if it is a three-way, where the other end of the three-way would be.
Okay. And so now we're looking at some blue and black wiring, as well as some white. So what is the differences between those?
So the blue is a Cat 6 wire, which in this particular project is being used as a Ethernet cords. All of the smart TVs in the house can have a hard internet connection. The black cable is a coax for the customer's cable provider to be able to watch whatever TV they want to watch.
Okay. And then this is just all of those wires leading down into the basement, and they're just all together right now until they're actually attached later on, correct?
Yep, this is an audio rack closet to be able to terminate all those wires.
So now we're looking at one of the electrical panels. This is the main panel. Can you describe what we're seeing here?
This is a 200 amp 30 space panel. This is the main line into the house. It's a 200 amp, so it's got some 4-aught SER because it is a sub panel to the Generac transfer switch outside.
Okay.
The main panel here has a sub panel coming off of it. This is your Generac transfer switch for a whole house generator.
As well as the electrical meter and the gas meter.
Correct.
Okay.
Electric meter on the left.
So I hope that helps explaining the Refc Electrical. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our website. See you next time.